Previously.
Morning everyone, it's 5:45 in the morning. My gosh, I look awful. We have to get together downstairs with the group at 6:25, not 6:30, but 6:25 to go to the airport to Cusco. So I'm gonna grab a quick breakfast. So they offer continental breakfast from 4 to 6:30.
The traffic was pretty good since it was early in the morning.
Okay, we arrived at the airport. We were just here a couple of days ago. And Roy, our guide, gave us the boarding ticket. I like how they think about all the details. Love it. It's good.
Roy took us up to the security gate.
Looks like we're going to be taking the shuttle bus on tarmac to go to the plane again.
When we arrived at Lima 2 days ago, we took shuttle bus from plane to the airport.
Oh, it's pretty chaotic here. Very, very chaotic.
Status boards and signs by the gates weren't updated. There were no announcements on delays. Besides, all the announcements were last minute and only in Spanish since it's domestic flight. We just followed crowd and people in our group. When we arrived at Cusco, our guide Josep was waiting for us. Even from the shuttle bus ride from airport to hotel, Josep explained so much about the city of Cusco and the history of Inca.
Okay, we had arrived at the hotel. It's called Hotel, what is it called? Okay, Hotel Prisma. It's a, old style hotel in small town Cusco. Wow, so the second I landed in Cusco, all my 10 fingers, they start getting like kind of numb and tingly. And I confirmed with the guide that it is in fact from the altitude because...
Oh, and it's the side effect from taking Diamox, the high altitude medication.
Cusco is 3,427 meters above the sea level.
Soon after we got our rooms, we started the tour of Cusco. We stopped at a Peruvian restaurant for lunch and I got to try alpaca meat for the first time.
We got passion fruit juice on the house. Yeah, I got my alpaca with fettuccine and what did I order? Medium rare. So it's more like medium. Or actually well done. It's not too gamey. Actually, it tastes very much like pork. Okay. It's good.
After a delicious meal, we continued with the tour of the city. At the end of the tour, we went to G Adventures office for a presentation on the Inca Trail hike. Josep explained in detail about G Adventures team, high altitude sickness, and most importantly, itinerary of each hiking days. I only wished I had taken photos of the itinerary. This was also where we rented equipment and got duffel bags for personal belongings. We had rest of the evening to ourselves.
We're at the San Pedro market. They close at 6 o'clock. Wow, it looks like it's like a real local market. And a lot of souvenirs too.
When we saw churros, we couldn't say no, but I must say it was disappointing.
Mom, it's cold.
For dinner, we ended up at a bakery that Josep recommended. I got some type of fried rice. It was pretty good and portion was really big.
Okay, I'm back to hotel and we had another really, really busy day. This trip, every single day, it's gonna be busy. And on the way to hotel, I dropped by a local market to get cocoa leaves. That should help with the altitude. And let me quickly show you the hotel. So this place is as small as the Ibis budget, but good enough for myself. Single bed, have heaters. I'm guessing they don't have AC. It's, obviously it's older hotel. Small TV, nightstand, lights, the phone there.
The sound installation wasn't good, so I could hear anyone in the hallway and traffic outside.
So they have safe, but it's broken. It's not working. Oh, actually, I haven't opened the drawer. Okay, so this drawer is pretty large.
Everywhere in Peru, tap water is not drinkable and there are no drinking water taps, so you have to buy drinking water.
Very basic.
Here at Cusco and other rural cities, they don't have comprehensive sewage system, so you cannot flush toilet paper. Instead, you have to throw out used toilet paper in the trash can. Other than soap, they don't provide any other toiletries, so make sure to bring whatever you need. Instead of fancy card or key fob, it's a good old key.
So tomorrow we're taking a bus at 8 a.m. Gonna tour around the Cusco area and go over to the Ollantaytambo. However, so we have to pack this duffel bag they were given at the G Adventures office. So anything you pack here, the porter will carry in the Inca Trail, and the limit is 6 kilograms per duffel bag. And I have my hiking backpack. So tomorrow we're gonna leave our large luggage bag here in Cusco. So these are gonna be locked in the hotel downstairs. But in Ollantaytambo, we can bring small personal backpack or small bag to leave it, because you're gonna have one more day touring around Ollantaytambo before you start the actual Inca Trail. So I'm gonna have to pack right now and we'll go to bed. Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow. Night.
Again, breakfast was complimentary at this hotel. Even though they didn't really have any hot food, I liked popped grains and fried yuca. Just before we leave, we dropped off our luggages in the storage room. We'll come back to this hotel after 4 days of Inca Trail hike. We hopped on a shuttle bus and started our full day of tour along the way to Oyantaintambo, 60 kilometers away from Cusco. First stop was Cristo Blanco, White Jesus Christ, just at the outskirts of Cusco with amazing view of the entire city.
We drove all the way around the valley, and we're on the other side of the valley, other side of the Cusco, and we arrived at the place called Coca-Cola.
G Adventures partnered with a non-profit organization called Planetera to directly benefit local communities through tourism.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so cute!
The ladies demonstrated processes of their original natural way of weaving while we enjoyed tea.
We got munya tea with eucalyptus and cocoa leaf.
It was eye-opening to see that this was still their way of living, and they spoke the traditional Incan language Quechua.
Cleaner and whiter. Look at it. Wow.
Mm.
This is the first water, right? With the second water, it's... Yeah, she said cochinilla and...
At the end of the tour, we had chance to buy their handmade alpaca garments. On the way, we made a quick stop at a viewpoint looking over the Sacred Valley.
It's gorgeous here. It's another Planetera sponsored place. This time it's a pottery experience.
Just in time for our hungry belly, they were selling few types of empanadas. Again, we gathered together for some demonstrations.
30% the other one. Too dry, some sections are too wet. That's why they need to heat the clay. Yeah.
Women here were making potteries and men were making bricks to build houses. It was so impressive how he put the exact amount of mud to completely fill the mold. On the way to lunch, we picked up barbecue guinea pig called cuy for a few people who wanted to try this traditional dish. I believe the whole cuy was about 50 soles.
Oh my gosh. Wow. There's the lunch. So this is how the guinea pigs are cooked, the traditional way. Yeah, so the guide said you can't really get this in the big cities. Again, this restaurant is part of the Planet Terra project. So they give you authentic Peruvian experience with homegrown crops.
This lunch was complimentary as part of tour.
So they provide 5 courses: bread, appetizer, soup, main, and dessert. Also have free drinks. Oh, actually, no. These you have to pay. Also have pisco sour and beer. But then there's cocoa tea and cocoa leaves. Oh, there's coffee separate too.
Then it was time to try guinea pig.
There's not much meat.
The crispy skin was nice, but because it had so little meat, it didn't have any meaty flavor.
I taste more of herb than the meat itself. Right? Yeah. Very like grassy herb. Yeah.
18 up.
It's not dry. Tamale, salad, potato. Okay, the third course is potato soup. Course number 4, main course.
I liked how everything had natural flavor without heavy seasonings.
Oh, this pepper is spicy. Okay, last but not least, at the dessert. Lemon mousse is a little sweet for my liking. It's very creamy. We're here at a local bar to try the fermented corn drink. And Joe just explained to us that this sign is the sign of the local bar. Oh wow, we're going into the kitchen. Wow. Oh no.
Yeah. Pick which one they
Oh
want.
no, they make cute sounds too.
Exactly.
Oh no. Here's chicha.
Chicha is fermented alcoholic drink made of corn.
Oh, it's sour.
Okay. This is the regular fermented corn drink.
Oh wow.
Now we are going to try
Oh, I
the other
like
one.
it. Okay, this one's like a pink. I like the first one.
Look at guys here.
This one's very fruity.
On the way, we passed by the famous Sky Lodge. For about 1,600 soles per person, you can stay up there for one night for a unique experience.
So you have to climb up and rappel down.
We arrived at Oyantaitambo just in time before the archaeological site closed.
Must be a high altitude.
We couldn't make it all the way to the site due to the time constraint, but I didn't mind.
I'm already out of breath. I actually feel a little bit dizzy. So we're given free time to walk around the plaza, the main plaza, and have a group dinner around 6:45. Well, because I'm so tired, I opted out of the group dinner. Instead, I'm getting a just quick dinner from here. I got takeout. I'm getting tequinos and quinoa soup. And I asked for the side of pico de gallo. Pico de gallo has been so good here. It's a nice little restaurant. Okay, time to go back to hotel. Yeah, every day's been so tiring. Kind of wish we had more free time before the big day comes. Everyone, my friends and I, we haven't been sleeping really well. Every day's been busy, and every day we had to get up early. In fact, one of my friends getting sick, and I tasted just going up the, that little hill in Ollantaytambo. I tasted the high altitude sickness. So I'm quite worried. I really hope all of us could finish the hike safely and complete the hike without any problems. So, okay, I'm gonna go back, pack, and get ready. I had to wait for my takeoff for a very long time, but it looks great. Pequeños. This is the one that we tried at the Lima. So basically deep fried dough with a little bit of cheese inside and avocado. Oh, this is so good.
Outside was crispy, but inside was soft, and it went so well with spicy pico de gallo.
I like how they rolled the dough instead of making it flat. And this soup is so nice. It's such a hearty soup. Almost tastes like vegetable soup. You know, kind of like, you know, minestrone soup, but mild to warm my cold body. It has lots of good vegetables. It's perfect. So let me show you the room quickly. It's a single bed, some sitting area. So this hotel is very similar to Cusco Hotel. Nice stand, plugs. The plug is a universal plug. So you can put all types, like 110, 120. The drawer there. Place to little table, or you can put your luggage there. The old-fashioned key, manual key, hanger. Here's the washroom. The shower is quite large, which is nice. So the only problem with the plug was that they're very loose, just like Cusco and here, so both are quite loose. So you have to kind of fiddle around to make sure that it works. Okay. And again, they don't provide you with shampoo, body wash. All they have is the tiny soap, which is very dry and harsh. So just went to go buy a packet of shampoo. And just like Cusco, it's very similar to Cusco. So it takes a very long time to get the hot water coming. But once it comes out, pressure is not bad. And the hot water stays. Although my friend's water, it was kind of on and off. The pressure changed, and even the temperature changed, they said. Mine wasn't too bad. So that's it. There's my room.
In the next episode, we're finally starting our 4-day hiking on Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification button so you don't miss the epic trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.